Hey everyone, welcome to group break number 220. Today we have a nice little basketball mixer. We got some 1920 Chronicles and Mosaic, 4 blasters of Chronicles, 2 blasters of Mosaic, 2 fat pack boxes of contenders from 2021, and 2 blasters of the same contenders. Select is, again, blasters from 2021, and a retail box of Prism to finish things off. So give me a fun break. You know, hopefully we get some big rookies in here, but been a little bit since we've opened up some 1920 stuff as well, so that'll be nice. And yeah, let's get underway into the team random. So 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Who you line up with is who you get. So here we go. Once, twice, and third time. Josh on top, Lee on the bottom. And teams 3 times. Once, twice, and third time. Kings and Bucks. Top and well, bottom and top. So, Josh, you've got the Bucks. Carr with the Celtics. Bernard, you've got the Hawks. Kenny with the Wizards. Fotis with the Suns. Marco, you got the Spurs. Bernard with the Nets, Ricky with the Magic, Dennis, you got the Thunder and the Nuggets, Marco with the Rockets, Carr with the Lakers, Eric with the Pacers, Vladislav with the Clippers, Fotis with the Portland Trailblazers, Marco with Golden State, Lawson with the Mavericks, Dennis with the Bulls, Bernard with the Knicks, Nicholas with the Heat, Carr with the Grizzlies, that's decent at least, you got the Jaw chances, Carrie, you got the Hornets, Marshall, you've got the Jazz, Nicholas with the Cavs, Marco with the Pistons, Carr with the 76ers, Daryl with the T-Wolves, Graham, you got the Pelicans, Dennis with the Raptors, and Lee with the Kings. So there are your teams. I'll get them into the team viewer in 1 second. Need to go here for this, here, save. As long as those 2 are correct, yes. Okay, that should be good. There we go. There are the teams. Give a little bit for trades, but yeah, we'll definitely start with the fat pack boxes just because they are generally the generally what you see is what you get in them. So, reminder, the base from contenders does not ship. Everything else does. Or, yeah, from contenders. So, yeah, I don't really see much in the chat either for trade, so I think we're just going to get started. All right. Let's, I'll at least get the box open. I won't take any packs, or I won't open up the packs yet, but we'll get the first box open, and if there's nothing in chat by the time that's done, I think it's a good sign that we can start. So here we go. Alright, box is empty. Packs are out. And here we go. Good luck, everyone. Let's see some cool stuff today. So I got fresh pack of sleeves out for this. Which way? Oh, it's contenders. It doesn't really matter what way you open the pack because the directional change every thing. So again, it's all pretty much base in these except to the very end. You can get 2 to 3, I think, inserts. So here's a bronze of Giannis for the Bucks. Oh, we got 4 in this one. Azubuike for the Jazz on the draft class. Trae Young for the Hawks on the game night. And Josh Green for the Mavericks on the draft class 2020 red. I'd love to see this style of format for like OPG Platinum. To be honest, I really like it because you get to like the meat and potatoes, especially in hobby. So should be there. Green of Aiden for the Suns. Again, not numbered on those. Just Pritchard for the Celtics. Nurkic for the Blazers, and Booker for the Suns. Yeah, just a really, for like, especially for group breaks and stuff, and even actually like as someone who just opens up a single box, like you just get more to like the meat and potatoes and stuff, packs too as well, which I think is just slightly better. It's just like you get to what you're looking for if you're someone that's just looking for the hits quicker. So that's why I like the mega formats. Zion green for the Pelicans. Vucevic for the Magic. Yep. On that one. Russell for the T-Wolves. And Rubio for the T-Wolves on the red international ticket. Next up. There's a lot of base, so that's the one trade-off. Bronze of Porzingis for the Mavericks, Markkanen for the Bulls, McDaniels for the T-Wolves, and Achua for the Heat on the red draft class. Next pack, we have here green of Kuzma for the Lakers, Kira Lewis Jr. for the Pelicans on the draft class, Shaw Morant on the game night for the Grizzlies, and Dragic for the Heat on the international ticket red. So yeah, you're not guaranteed an auto in these. It feels like it's one in every 2 you get an auto somewhat, but just based off of what I've watched, what I've seen. So green of Holiday for the Bucks. Halliburton for the Kings on the draft class. Embiid for the 76ers on the international ticket. And Butler for the Heat on the game night. Just set the 3-point record there. That's like honestly reading like all the stuff and like the stats behind his 3-point record is just crazy. Levine for the Bulls, international ticket of Porzingis for the Mavericks, straight. Yep. Warren for the Pacers on the game night, and Embiid for the 76ers on the red game night. Like just like how quickly he said it, like that's just crazy. More base. Green of Graham for the Hornets. International ticket of Avdija for the Wizards. Bane for the Grizzlies. And Luka for the Mavericks on the red. That's all base. This should be the flip. Yep. Tatum on the green for the Celtics. Smith for the Suns. LeBron for the Lakers on the game night. And Wiseman for Golden State on the draft class red. I don't think the LeBron game nights are really major, so we'll put them, give him his own separate pile. We'll put the Wiseman there, and I think I missed a Halliburton. We'll put that up there for now. And like the probably not individually sleeved and top loader, but need to follow up just to make sure. Base. More base. And bronze of Turner for the Pacers. Avdija for the Wizards. Healed for the Kings. And Giannis for the Bucks on the red international. So 2 to go here. More base. That space. Doumbia on the green ticket for the Pistons. Adams for the Pelicans on the international ticket. Luka for the Mavericks on the game night. And Bay for the Pistons on the draft box. And last pack here of the first Fat Pack box. Will we get an auto? Irvin for the Nets on the green. Bogdanovich for the Jazz on the international ticket. Vassell for the Spurs. And Baines for the Raptors on the international ticket. On the red, so no auto in box 1. Let me get the base cards out of the way here. And time for box 2. All right. Next up, I hope we see an auto in one of these two, like in this one at the very least. I don't know. Yeah, Panini doesn't really put the pack odds and stuff on stuff, so I do wish that they did that. I like how all the other companies kind of do it, because you get to see if you're lucky or unlucky at the very least, and like even then, if you hit something that could be rare, you might not know that it's that rare type of thing, right? So, alright, this pack got pretty squished. Here we go. All the bases the right way so far. Wow, that was a long. That's a misprint. Wait, are these all misprints? Nope. Yeah, these are all misprints. They're all just missing the foil essentially. That's funny. Markkanen for the Bulls on the bronze game night. Zion for the Pelicans. Murray for the Nuggets, and Hayes for the Pistons on the red draft class. We have seen that before, actually, with contenders. With jersey, one of the jersey cards was just completely misprinted. It didn't have the same thing. We'll see if it's in this pack as well. Nope. Doumbia on the green again. Irving on the international ticket for the Nets. Nnaji for the Nuggets, and Patty Mills for the Spurs. Because it does seem like it's fairly like one-off type print errors, which is, I mean, I like it. It's kind of cool. So, if I see more, I'll definitely call them out. Irving on the green for the Nets, Mitchell for the Jazz, Maxey for the 76ers, and Okongwu for the Hawks. The latter two being draft classes, with the last one being a red. And there we go. All right, flip this way. Durant for the Nets, Nworu for the Bucks, Rui for the Wizards, and Jokic for the Nuggets. Bronze draft class, international and game night, I think. Sorry, my sleeve's just in the way. Next up, we have green of Aiden for the Suns, Middleton for the Bucks, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder, and Dirk for the Mavericks on the international red. Another Zion green for the Pelicans. It's very similar to the first one. Patty Mills for the Spurs, Hayes for the Pistons, and Toppin for the Knicks. I feel like we hit the Zion green in the first one as well. Here's some more that are missing the foil. So you can tell when it goes right. There we go. Tatum for the Celtics on the green. Yep, I think that's the same. Okoro for the Cavs, and Anunoby for the Raptors, and Milton for the Bucks on the game night red. Here's some more. Doumbia, Tatum. That's all normal. It just throws me off because they look different and everything else blurs together. Graham for the Hornets on the green. There's our first LaMelo. Jamal Murray for the Nuggets. LaMelo for the Hornets. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the red international ticket. Nice. Always nice to hit your first LaMelo, whether it's not the biggest card by any stretch of the imagination, but hey, it's a LaMelo. It's on the board. Next up, these two are upside down. The rest are okay. Bronze of Murray for the Nuggets. Petrovic for the Nets. Patrick Williams for the Bulls. And Noora for the Bucks on the red there. Just going to get rid of the base quickly because I'm going to knock it over. Green of Nurkic for Portland, Butler for the Heat, Dragic for the Heat, and Rui for the Wizards. I think that's a different green. I hope so at least. Alright, 2 packs. Let's get an auto. Come on. Let's get an auto. That's what we want to see here. It's what you open up contenders for. Granted, it's harder in retail than hobby, but... Green of Gobert for the Jazz, Achua for the Heat, Rubio for the T-Wolves, and Mitchell for the Jazz. And last pack, so do or die on the auto here. At the very least, it's a big stack of inserts. Bronze of Robinson for the Knicks, Booker for the Suns, green for the Mavericks, and Maxey for the 76ers. So no auto. But we did at least get a nice stack of inserts, so hopefully the Blasters can bring home an auto. Let's see what's in store here. At the very least, we know there's going to be a jersey. Very least we'll have a jersey. But hopefully we hit an auto. Just the Bogdanovich for the Hawks on the international ticket. This feels like it's a jersey, because it is a jersey. Pritchard for the Celtics on the rookie ticket jersey, and Naismith for the Celtics on the draft class. Actually, we'll just put these over here for now. Red of Seth Curry for the 76ers, and Killian Hayes for the Pistons on the red draft class. base, right? Yep. And international ticket of Gobert for the Jazz. And last pack of the first blaster. Red of Siakam for the Raptors and Harden for the Nets on the game night. All right. Last blaster of contenders here. Like I said, after this, we'll move into Chronicles. And then we'll do Select Mosaic Prism. That's probably the highest the potential difference there. So. Also, we'll save this pack to the end because that's typically the hit pack. So. Vucevic for the Magic on the international ticket. Red of Oubre Jr. for the Golden State Warriors and McDaniels for the T-Wolves. International ticket of Markkanen for the Bulls. And last pack before probably the hit. Bertans for the Wizards and Markkanen for the Bulls. Both reds. I think we got another jersey card. Yep. And it is going to be Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons on the jersey card with the McDaniels red for the T-Wolves right behind it. So that is all of the contenders done. Now it is time for the Chronicles. Let's move these out of the way because I need to make some space. There we go. All right. Chronicles time. What do we want to see here? I mean, Zion's and Jaws. If there's any rookie from this rookie crop that's popped up recently, let me know. I think it's still mainly just those two, though. Here we go. Pack 1. Nasrid for the T-Wolves. Cam Reddish for the Hawks. Nasir Little for Portland. Porzingis for the Mavericks. And Langford for the Celtics. Next pack. Hero for the Heat. DeAndre Hunter on the Luminance for the Hawks. Batadze for the Pacers. Hunter for the Hawks on the XR. And Reddish for the Hawks on the Marquee Pink. Hayes for the Pelicans. Nunn for the Heat. PJ Washington Jr. for the Hornets. Hunter for the Hawks. And Tybolt for the 76ers on the Marquee. Garland for the Cavs. Davis for the Lakers. Irving on the Prism update base for the Nets. We'll, I don't know if the Prism updates are still selling super well out of this, but they were at a certain point in time, so we'll just leave that. Davis for the Lakers. PJ Washington Jr. for the Hornets. I don't think they are, but at least not anymore. When the product first came out, they were huge money cards. Clark for the Grizzlies. Murray for the Nuggets on the pink. Johnson for the Suns. Pascal for Golden State. And Davis for the Lakers. Martin for the Hornets. Clark for the Grizzlies. LeBron for the Lakers on the Luminance. Garland for the Cavs. And Edwards on the pink Essentials for the Celtics. Washington Jr. for the Hornets. Batadze for the Pacers on the pink playbook. Giannis for the Bucks on the Rookies and Stars. Steph Curry for Golden State on the Chronicles base. And Porter Jr. for the Cavs on the Essentials. And Rui for the Wizards. Davis for the Raptors. Hero for the Heat on the Crusades. Reddish for the Hawks. And PJ Washington Jr. for the Hornets on the XR. Actually, let's get the Crusades out of there. Just because it is foily, it will make stacking the cards a little bit more difficult. Alright, next blaster. Pretty quiet blaster, I would say. I mean, the Prism update is always nice, but like, you know, at the time that would have been a great blaster. Now it's like not as good, which is funny. Like, it would have been a great blaster without hitting Zion or Shaw at the time, which was, and kind of speaks volumes to like how this product was at release. It was insane. Clark for the Grizzlies, Hayes for the Pelicans on the pink Prestige, Johnson for the Suns, Levine for the Bulls, and Giannis for the Bucks. Barrett for the Knicks, Johnson for the Suns, Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the Pelicans, Brandon Clark for the Grizzlies, and Hero for the Heat on the pink marquee. Culver for the T-Wolves, Johnson for the Suns on the pink playbook, Giannis for the Bucks, Doumbia for the Pistons on the Reds, and Alexander Walker for the Pelicans. Our first foil card of the box here, Luka for the Mavericks, Porter Jr. for the Cavs, Rui on the Phoenix, right? For the Wizards, Graham for the Hornets, and Tybalt for the 76ers. I do like the look of the Phoenixes. They're very nice. Yeah, and this is why I love Chronicles, is because like you get all the different subsets in here, and it just is nice. Barrett for the Knicks, Thompson for the Warriors, Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. There's our first Jaw for the Grizzlies, and Kobe White for the Bulls. We'll see what the Jaws and the Zions as we go along, just because it's Jaw and Zion. Just because. Reddish for the Hawks, Davis for the Raptors, Pascal for Golden State, Colbert for the T-Wolves, and Garland for the Cavs. Edwards playbook, Nickeil Alexander-Walker pink Panini, Reddish rookies and stars for the Hawks, Tatum for the Celtics on the base, and none for the Heat on the marquee. And Batadze for the Pacers, Naz Reid for the T-Wolves, and ooh, we have an auto, I believe. Yep. Windler for the Cavs on the Hometown Heroes autograph. Not numbered, but Washington Jr. for the Hornets, and Poole for the Warriors. I believe these are like, I think they're 55 or... They're 55 or 75? I think they're 55. Yeah, they're 55. Oh, there's an auto. I mean, again, not the biggest name, but it's an auto. You take it. I feel like that's where 1920 Chronicles kind of crushes the football Chronicles, is in terms of like, you generally got autos more commonly. So. There we go. That or we're just really lucky, but I feel like we hit one every like 5 or so boxes in Chronicles basketball, maybe a little bit more, maybe 10, but it's like 1 in like 20 plus on football. Langford for the Celtics, Luka on the pink threads for the Mavericks, Davis for the Raptors, Simmons for the 76ers, and Davis for the Lakers. No Zions yet. Poole for Golden State, Rui for the Wizards, PJ Washington Jr. for the Hornets, Garland for the Cavs, Hunter for the Hawks. Davis for the Raptors, Trae Young for the Hawks, Nunn for the Heat, Washington Jr. for the Hornets, and Porter Jr. for the Cavs. Lots of Washington PJ Washington. Nikhil Alexander-Walker for the Pelicans. Culver for the T-Wolves. Silver Crusades of Cam Reddish for the Hawks. Not too shabby. Middleton for the Bucks. And PJ Washington Jr. for the Hornets. Maybe he was at least like a tier 2 guy at release. So anytime you get a silver prism out of Chronicles, even if it's like an insert, not the worst. Doumbia for the Pistons. Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies. Here, okay, they're all this way. Doumbia for the Pistons. Barrett for the Knicks. And Garland for the Cavs. Garland for the Cavs. Morant for the Grizzlies. Bowman for Golden State. Trae Young for the Hawks. Hunter on the recon for the Hawks. The pink recon to be exact. Hunter for the Hawks. Ja Morant. This was a big card. The pink dunk luminance for the Grizzlies. LeBron for the Lakers. Drummond for the Cavs. And Waters for the Celtics. It does have a line across a print defect right there. You can actually feel that one on the card. Like, got a scratch on it. So, yeah, this Ja was like actually kind of the chase card of Chronicles. Cool to see it. We've got Hero for the Heat, Langford for the Celtics, Flux of Curry for Golden State, Hayes for the Pelicans, and Morant for the Grizzlies. This one's also got the print line right across the middle. So, just as a heads up on those, not the best quality on them. Because, I mean, they're not going to grade like above a 7. Because actually the Morant one's a pretty big scratch across the whole card. So, all right. Next blaster. No Zion yet. McLaughlin for the T-Wolves. Garland for the Cavs. Hero for the Heat, Anthony for Portland, and Barrett for the Knicks. Lots of Barrett, lots of Reddish, lots of Washington, lots of who else? Garland, Rui for the Wizards, Johnson for the Spurs, Zion. There's our first Zion for the Pelicans on the playbook. Reddish for the Hawks, and Washington Jr. for the Hornets. Luka for the Mavericks, Doumbia for the Pistons, Colbert for the T-Wolves, Poole for Golden State, Gafford for the Bulls. We got something silver. I think we got a silver like Dunross update. Tybolt for the 76ers, Davis for the Lakers, and yeah, silver optic of Morris for the Clippers. On the traded, Gobert for the Jazz, and Barrett for the Knicks on the XR. So, I mean, nice Morris silver traded. Not the biggest card, but hey. Again, that release would have been, no, still wouldn't have been the biggest, but just would have been like, cool card. Really tough to pull type of thing. So, Hayes for the Pelicans, Walker for the Celtics on the pink, Morant for the Grizzlies, Kawhi for the Clippers, and LeBron for the Lakers. Three packs to go here. Steph for Golden State, Doumbia for the Pistons, Melly for the Pellies, Leonard for the Clippers, and Hero for the Heat. Decent amount of Hero. Barrett for the Knicks, Steph for Golden State, Zion for the Pelicans. There we go. Westbrook for the Rockets, and Kawhi for the Clippers. And last pack here, I think Flux again. Yep, none for the Heat. Poole for Golden State. Flux of Pascal for Golden State. Hunter for the Hawks. And Rui for the Wizards. So that was Chronicles. I mean, okay, we hit one of the chase cards. Like, if we open this at release, like, I would have been decently happy now. I mean, you could do worse. Could do a lot better, but could do worse, so. All right, select time. Actually, I should shrink the Chronicles pile down as well, because it is stacked. Actually, let me go put it in the sorting box. There we go. That's better. Select time. Hurry and pull. Lou Williams for the Hawks. Edwards for the T-Wolves. Butler for the Heat on the court side. And Maxey for the 76ers. Nice Maxey on the red, white, orange. Put him there. Butler. Sure. You're a court side. Edwards, you're a good rookie. Make this our good rookie stack again. All right, there we go. Azubuike for the Jazz. Davis for the Lakers. Stewart for the Pistons on the Premier. And not numbered, but like Lava Flow, I want to say, is that the correct parallel? Maybe it's, oh no, it's the Flash. But Patrick Williams for the Bulls on the numbers. I mean, nice looking card. Probably not the biggest dollar value card, but looks nice. Lewis Jr. for the Pelicans, Robinson for the Heat, Gordon for the Nuggets, and Chris Paul for the Suns on the silver blue. Jokic for the Nuggets, Rose for the Knicks, Smart for the Celtics, and Lillard for Portland. Red, white, orange. Pokusevski for the Thunder, Ellaby for the Portland Trailblazers, none for the Heat, and nice Ninja Turtle of LeBron for the Lakers on the Premier too. So a little bit of a tougher one. Last pack of the blaster. Wiseman for Golden State, Vucevic for the Bulls, Hampton for the Magic, and Butler for the Heat on the silver. There we go. All right. Next blaster. Hopefully Mosaic shows up. I hope it does. It's been a while since we've opened it, at least. There we go. Williams for the Hawks, Edwards for the T-Wolves, Green for the Mavericks, and McDaniels for the T-Wolves. On the red, white, orange, that goes there. Edwards, good. Select rookie goes there. Azubuike for the Jazz, Davis for the Lakers, Edwards on the Premier for the T-Wolves, and Bane for the Grizzlies on the rookie selections. Lots of Edwards. It's good to see a lot of him, though, so you're not really, like, upset. Lewis for the Pelicans, Robinson for the Heat, Hayes for the Pistons on the court side, and Azubuike for the Jazz on the silver blue. Nice court side rookie. Love to see that. And silver blue of Azubuike. Jokic for the Nuggets, Rose for the Knicks, Zubac for the Clippers, and Wall for the Rockets. Pokusevski for the Thunder, LB for Portland, Robinson for the Heat, Bagley for the Kings on the Ninja Turtle. So we're hitting that first rookie of every pack the exact same. Sometimes the second card is the same. Wiseman for Golden State, Vucevic for the Bulls, Pritchard for the Celtics on the Premier, and Baines for the Raptors. All right, Mosaic time. Let's get something big here. Even just a base Zion or Shaw would be nice. Here we go. Trae Young for the Hawks, Rozier for the Hornets, Horford for the 76ers on the green, Hall of Fame with Maravich for the Hawks. Silver, Hill for the Bucks, Collin for Portland, silver debut of Barrett for the Knicks, not the worst. Johnson for the Suns, not the worst card to get, honestly. Silver debut of Barrett. You'd probably take that over like the majority of silvers, I would say. Cantor for the Celtics, Lowry for the Raptors, Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz on the Got game. We'll put that, sure. Reddish for the Hawks. Actually, that needs to go into just a plain rookie pile. Is fine. No, it's got to be its own pile. Hang on, we gotta adjust these. There we go. It just helps a lot when sorting to have them separated. Sexton for the Cavs, Bruce Brown for the Pistons, Teague for the T-Wolves, and Reddish for the Hawks on the debut. Smart for the Celtics, Walker for the Celtics, Lillard for Portland, and Nasir Little for the Portland Trailblazers. Barden for the Nuggets, Fultz for the Magic, Jerome for the Suns on the debut green, and Giannis for the Bucks on the MVPs. Again, it's a rookie parallel, so we will sleeve it up, even if it's not a major name. Porter Jr. for the Bulls, Siakam for the Raptors, Will to Win of Irving for the Nets, and Bowman for Golden State. Last pack of the Blaster. Robinson for the Heat, Prince for the Nets, Wall for the Wizards on the green, and Magic Johnson for the Lakers on the USA Basketball. That's just base. Not the worst blaster. I mean, the Silver Barrett's nice. It's, again, not by any stretch of the imagination the biggest card, but hitting a silver rookie, even if it's debut, still better than not hitting the silver rookie. So here we go. Well, I think that's the debut, but you still take a debut. Alright, this package won't open up this way. There we go. Barden for the Nuggets, Collins for Portland, Giannis for the Bucks on the green, and yep, debut of Zion for the Pelicans. Not too shabby. Zion for the Pelicans on the debut. Porter Jr. for the Bulls, Levine for the Bulls, Beal for the Wizards on the Got game, and Rui for the Wizards on the rookie. Robinson for the Heat, Holmes for the Kings, Green of Pascal for Golden State, and Barkley for the 76ers on the Hall of Fame base. Okogie for the T-Wolves, Wiggins for the T-Wolves, Drew Holiday for the Pelicans, and Washington Jr. for the Hornets. Sabonis for the Pacers, White for the Spurs, Beal for the Wizards on the green, and Melly for the Pellies on the debut. Clarkson for the Jazz, Howard for the Lakers, Giannis for the Bucks on the will to win, and Clark for the Grizzlies. Winslow for the Heat, Green for the Warriors, Davis for the Lakers, and LeBron on the MVPs. I think that still is like probably in the better than some rookies territory. So Ferguson for the Thunder, Morris for the Pistons, Silver of Batum for the Hornets, and Melly for the Pellies. So that is Mosaic. Now it is time for Prism. Honestly, like, been solid so far. Nothing like outstanding. Again, at the time, the Morant dunk would have been nuts. It's kind of, I think they've calmed down a little bit. Well, a lot, but let's get something sick in Prism. There we go. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Final box here. Let's get something sick. So, Warren for the Pacers, Brown Jr. for the Wizards, Green of Durant for the Nets, and Azubuike for the Jazz. On the rookie, again, all rookies get sleeved and top loaded. USA either goes to current team if they're still playing, or most games played if they're not. Payton for the Knicks, Robinson for the Knicks, Harden for the Rockets, and Kawhi for the Clippers. Mitchell for the Jazz. Frank, this has got like Gunk all on the side for the Knicks. Shaq for the Lakers on the silver. Bay for the Mavericks. Vucevic for the Magic. Okogie for the T-Wolves. Morant on the silver for the Grizzlies. Galloway for the Pistons. Too bad it wasn't a Morant silver in Mosaic. That would have been nice. Gordon for the Rockets. Davis for the Raptors. Red Wave rookie of Quickly for the Knicks. Nice one there. And Hayes for the Pistons. Nice Quickly. Again, it's off-center, but most of the Red Waves have been. There we go. Bogdanovich for the Kings, Beverly for the Clippers. Scott, no, it fell off. Rui for the Wizards, and none for the Heat. Brooks for the Grizzlies, Satoransky for the Bulls, Green of Heald for the Kings, and Mays for the Hawks. Capella for the Hawks, Rivers for the Rockets, Drexler for Portland on the USA, and Stewart for the Pistons on the rookie. And there's another Quickly. Knicks had a pretty solid break then. Dinwiddie for the Nets, Simmons for the 76ers, Baines for the Suns, and Quickly for the Knicks. Nice one there. Few packs to go. Randall for the Knicks, Towns for the T-Wolves, Maxey for the 76ers, and Brown for the Pistons. We got our, I think our auto's going to be in the other half, I guess. Lamb for the Pacers, Davis for the Lakers, Covington for the Rockets, and Naismith for the Celtics. Bacon for the Hornets, Williams for the Clippers, Okongwu for the Hawks, Sexton for the Cavs. This is our auto. Fox for the Kings, and Lee for the Pistons on the rookie silver auto. Pokusevski for the Thunder on the instant impact, and Bane for the Grizzlies. So not the biggest auto, but it's a silver rookie auto. Could do, I mean, probably would rather have points. But there are very few autos that you would take over points in this, so that's not like necessarily a bad thing. So Jones Jr. for the Heat, Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies, Nurkic for Portland, Turner for the Pacers. Smart for the Celtics, Matthews for the Bucks, silver dominance of LeBron for the Lakers, Ellaby for Portland. Nice LeBron. And silver LeBrons are better than a lot of cards that you can get, so we will take that. Sleeves. Ilyasova for the Bucks, Adams for the Thunder, Simmons for Philadelphia, and Garland for the Cavs. Powell for the Mavericks, Markkanen for the Bulls, Bane for the Grizzlies, and Wiseman for the Warriors. Golden State's having a decent break as well. Just in terms of volume and hitting a couple of the right cards at least. Melton for the Grizzlies, Dunn for the Bulls, Curry for Golden State, and DeRozan for the Spurs. Zeller for the Hornets, Grant for the Nuggets. It's got like some marking on it. Azubuike for the Jazz, and Kennard for the Pistons. Caruso for the Lakers, Zion for the Pelicans, Rui on the silver for the Wizards, and Ingles for the Jazz. Boy, if you put that pack back a year, we've been a 6-pack silver Rui, base LeBron, or not LeBron, sell LeBron and just like base LeBron, nice. Base Zion, LeBron for the Lakers, Schroeder for the Thunder, Powell for the Raptors, and Stanley for the Pacers. McDermott for the Pacers, Bamba for the Magic, DiVincenzo for the Bucks, and Clark for the Grizzlies. 2 packs to go here. As my sleeve just doesn't want to stop sliding down. Hill for the Bucks, Jokic for the Nuggets, Naismith for the Celtics, and Hughes for the Jazz. And last pack. Ending on a maxi. No silver rookie. Yeah. Collins for the Hawks, Porter Jr. for the Bulls, Green of Basley for the Thunder, and Maxey for the 76ers. So not a bad rookie to end on, but overall pretty, I'd say like okay, some nice stuff. I mean, the auto isn't the best, but the quickly read, the LeBron silver is nice, the Barrett silver debut is nice. Again, at release the Morant dunk would have been nice, but anyways, that is break 220. What break is it? Is this one? This one has 15 spots left in it, the Allure and OPG Platinum. If you're interested, you can grab spots. It's on the site. But I'm going to hop off for now. Thank you, everyone. Not sure what's on tap for breaks next week. Kind of depends on a few things. But yeah, just check on Monday. So anyways, take care and see you next time.